नित्यानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वदी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि. Nityanandam, I welcome all of you for this live broadcast of Akashic Readings, the revelation of the cosmic archives of past, present, and future happening here through the bodies of the Balasans of Nityananda Gurukul. Welcome all of you for this live show. You all can post any of the comments that you are having regarding the Shaktis, regarding different things about anything, like any doubts from the satsang, any other things regarding the manifestation of different powers through you, or anything about the powers, you can surely post as comments and you can get them answered live. I'll be answering it to you live. I'll be responding to your comments. So I welcome all of you once again with all my love and respects. So today I'm sitting here. Boy, you can see behind me continuously Akashic readings are being revealed through the bodies of the Balasans of Nityananda Gurukul. Gurukul is a place right now, it's like literally Harry Potter school. Whatever you, so many people want to be there in such a mystery school, magical school, and all this. Right now, here where I am sitting and talking to you, all of you, is such a place where the whole cosmic archives are being revealed, and Gurukul is a main source where all such new species are being created. Gurukul is not just a school. I cannot just put it to a school, because the school, the word school itself is like where you learn physics, chemistry, math, science, and English. Everything you learn, and you just learn, study, study, study. Make yourself like a machine and do homeworks. That's the way a school is described. Have your exams done. But Gurukul, we don't just learn all those academic subjects. We also learn what life is, how to live our life, and we also live the life manifesting so many different Shaktis through all our bodies. Lord Shiva has beautifully described 400, 400 different powers that we'll be able to manifest just through this body. 400, and Swamiji told until now he has found 460 descriptions, to be more precise. And already Swamiji has started initiating all of us into so many different powers of all those. Like already kids here can, all of us can blindfold our eyes and see what is there as it is. Not just seeing through both your eyes, like how you see through both your eyes. Any struggle to even do that. But here we'll be able to close our eyes and see the whole happening through a third eye. Third eye is an intra organ which all of us have. It's, if you're having a head, then you're having a third eye. It just needs to be awakened due to different toxification and different things. It has been calcified. It's actually a part where physically rods and cones are present. Rods and cones are like important things that are present for seeing. Now those rods and cones are present in the part of a third eye. So this third eye can be awakened by an avatar Purusha who is already having that as his experience. Like Swamiji has already having his third eye awakened. So because of which he'll be able to initiate all of us also into that power. All of us here are having that power. See, anyone with this tilak in here and ashram, all of us are already having this power of third eye. So that is what we are expressing in different ways. Apart from using this third eye, we also have so many more powers which is there, which can be awakened in all the human bodies. And right now, Swamiji has given even that initiations also. I'll start sharing with you what are the different initiations that Swamiji has given us. Starting from the power of third eye, where we'll be able to close our eyes and see everything. Then it evolved into using our third eye and scanning bodies. We'll be able to see whatever is that inside you, inside all the intro organs, you'll be able to see them. And after that, we started seeing distant objects, means remote vision. I can sit here and see what's happening miles away, thousands of miles away, what's happening, I'll be able to see. And after this, we started having the power to scan any object that we want. Like, for example, you lost your purse or something, and I'll be able to scan it and find out where it's it, what is the position, how did it get lost, all these things. Again, I want to tell all of you, I'm sitting live on this stage where the Akashic readings are being revealed. So actually, when you're coming here physically, you'll be able to also start feeling that entanglement that is happening here. So that is why you're seeing lots of movements. People continuously, a huge crowd is continuously coming and having their Akashic readings revealed. Not just people are coming physically, and online also the Akashic readings are getting revealed. So that is what is happening right now here. Continuously so many people come, continuously they have their Akashic readings revealed. They ask about their past, they ask about their future, so many things. So that is the place where I'm sitting and talking to all of you now. If you have any questions, you can post in the comments and I can answer it to you live. Anything, it may be about the powers, any kind of question like why powers, even that, or is this powers really true? How can you foolproof it? All those things you can ask me. Any questions that you really have inside you, you can ask me and post it in the comments. I'll be able to answer to you. So I was sharing with you about the different initiation that all of us have got. So we all started scanning objects. Then it went on to seeing anything that we want using a betel leaf or a banyan leaf. We'll apply the Jnananjanam on it and we'll see it. I already shared about all these different powers in my earlier videos. Very recently, Swamiji has revealed actually many more new powers. One is the power of accessing the whole length dimension. Any information, like you ask me, what is the distance between this place and that place, or what is the distance between sun and moon, sun and earth, Mars and Jupiter, like random, anything, and I'll be able to tell you exactly the whole answer. I'll be able to reveal it to you just using this one power of accessing the length. Next, next is this breadth dimension, where we'll be able to actually access the whole dimension of this breadth, visualization, or any kind of verbalization, any kind of visualization, any kind of pictures you want me to portray, I'll be able to do that. So that is accessing the breadth dimension. And then depth dimension, where we'll be able to actually move the objects. Now, apart from all these, Swamiji gave us one more extraordinary power. That is the power of changing the temperature as we want. See, I actually mean, when I tell changing the temperature, I actually mean that. Because changing the temperature is like, most of us cannot even believe how can temperature be changed, or because it's something to do with the nature. You can see how continuously people are coming here and having their Akashic readings revealed, and continuously lots of movement is happening. Fully, there is a Swamiji Murti which you're able to see there. On that is a Murti on which all the answers for the Akashic reading questions appear. So that is what you're able to see right now. Now Swamiji gave us one more extraordinary power. This is the power of not just this temperature. No, I can even get rain. I can sit here and get rain anywhere. I did it recently also, like very recently only this power we all got initiated into, and just within 42 minutes, the kids were able to get rain into wherever they declared for. Different places they were able to get rain. We were able to start it whenever we wanted. It just took 42 minutes after the initiation that the kids started manifesting it. Next came is the whole new I mentioned, like, you cannot even imagine of such a power even existing. Controlling of the silicon objects. Any object based on silicon, we'll be able to control it. I mean, the iPad, tab, or mobile phone, all the silicon based items, we were able to access it and we were able to control it. It started off like, um, it was very nice, sweet incident when Swamiji found out that such a power is there, or when he found out the software to initiated all of us into that power. Once when he was there in his room, he was, it was such a sweet thing. He was in his room playing with the deity of Ganesha, and when he was playing with the deity, he wanted it, he was there, he was holding his tab in one more hand, his iPad in one more hand, and was playing with it, actually energizing it. Then he wanted to scroll up and down. Then instead of moving his hand, he was instructed to scroll up on its own. And it really started doing it. He continued to do like that, and suddenly he realized that God is not even using his hands here. His whole hands are not being used. Only one hand, that only for holding. Then he found out that this whole silicon system can actually listen to consciousness when it is electrified. Like, because the whole, when it is connected to a battery, it will be able to actually listen to us. So all of us got initiated into that power also. So then we were able to turn on a cell phone whenever we wanted without touching it. We didn't even touch it. We didn't even hold it in our hands. No voice control. Nothing. Just using the power of our consciousness, power of our will. This this mobile is kept it afar. We're able to even send messages without touching the phone. We're not even using our voice. So that was also one more amazing power that all of us got initiated into. Then we also had one more power of charging the battery. That was super cool power. See what the whole science is? We inhale air and exhale it, and just with our will, we convert air into electricity and charge the phone. And it gets charged. A dead phone gets 9% charge. That's not a joke. Just within a fraction of a second. Just like inhale and exhale, just in a few seconds, the whole thing is charged now. So this happening, this power, all of us got initiated into, and after once we started getting initiated into all these different things, when even silicon systems were also under our control, now all of us started having that confidence in all of us. So that is what you will see when the Balasins are manifesting all these powers. The way they sit, the body language of them, all these different things. You can literally see the same confidence. Okay, we have a question from Anil. Nityanandama, can I ask Kalavero and Akash readings the exact name of the customer from whom I'm going to get orders? Yes. People actually do that. There were so many people who wanted to come for IA and different programs. So each time they wanted to come, they Calavera had blessed them, telling that they will be able to get it from a particular person, and like in these many days, this person will come and give you money. All these things. And when the people asked for the names, they actually had the names also revealed, including from where they'll come, what is their name, or when are they going to come, that precise details. So even that was also possible. That is also possible. You can come here and ask Kalaberwa. All by yourself, so you can ask like who's the customer, when are you going to get the orders, what is the name of the customer. All these questions you can ask. So actually, all these possibilities exist in all of us. All of us will be able to manifest all these different powers. It's not a, it's not any kind of joke or anything that all these power manifestations are going on here. It's something serious that all of us can do. Pranab Sarkar, Nityanandamma, great live session. I'm watching first time live today. Thanks. Every day we have this live session. You can come here and even see it physically happening also. It's happening in Bangalore Adinam, in like actually because today that it's being a weekend in India, there's tons of people who are gathered here, not just physically, even online also. So continuously Akashic readings is going on. So any questions that you are having regarding any of the powers or anything, you can ask me. Post it in the comments. You can get them answered live. I can answer it to you now. Anything it may be about. People even ask about, like, see, when you're asking here on the video, even if your questions you're asking here, if I am answering it, it is useful for many other people who actually have all these questions. When they scroll through this video, when they get to see this video, even for them it will be an answer. Like, they don't need to separately come and ask me again. So you can ask me any of the questions that you're having. Post it in the comments and I'll be answering it to you now. If I'm not live and you're posting it in the comments, I can surely answer it to you in the comments itself, or I'll be getting the answers for you in my next video. So you can ask me any questions that you're having. Chandrajit, what is the highest level of integrity? How Krishna was always integrated even he used lies? Such a sweet question it is. I'll surely answer it. Integrity. See, only in a societal level, we call integrity as being having like truthful words, you honoring your words. Of course, all this is integrity. But actually, what is integrity is, it's not just about the words that you utter. It's not just about the words. It's about how you carry yourself. What is the purpose of your life? You being clear for it, and when there is no conflict happening in you. Okay, wait. I'll just tell you clearly. See, understand? You are having a particular will. You want something to manifest in some way, and you're doing all kinds of things for it. Everything is happening. If you are not having any kind of conflict and you're just doing it as how you want the whole thing to be for you without any conflict, that means you're integrated. See, for example, when we call Krishna light, when we are telling that Krishna light, it's actually enlightened beings can never lie. Whatever they tell becomes reality. Yes, Krishna declared that it's going to be Amavasya when it's going to be Purnima. Or when the whole thing, whatever he is declaring, everything is becoming reality. That is a power of integrity, because integrity is not some mechanism to take control over you. It's not taking control over something. It's not about discipline. That discipline is just too poor word. Integrity is actually you aligning all your parts into one and manifesting what you want as a reality. Whatever, see, you'll be having so many desires in your life, but there is always one. You should be clear with what is that one purpose of your life. Align all your parts for that. All the parts which is there inside you, just align it to that purpose of your life, and you'll simply see how amazingly, when you start aligning all your parts for the one thing, the whole energy that cosmos is supplying you will be directed to that. Understand, cosmos is a big tatastu. Anything that you want, it's continuously telling tatastu, so be it, let it happen like that. So whatever you're aspiring now is going to become reality in one other day, whether it's this lifetime or next lifetime. Now, what, anything that you want, you have so many desires, what is it stopping you? Why is it not manifesting as reality immediately? That's because your part, if cosmos is continuously giving tatastu, then it should become reality. But you just look into yourself. There are parts that is conflicting with each other. One part wants this, one more part wants that. Cosmos is giving the energy. It's all getting wasted now. It's like broken pieces. If a pot is broken into pieces, how can it hold water? Water can be poured, but that's not going to be of any use to anyone. We are nothing but the words that we carry inside ourselves and the words that we listen to. We are nothing but just words. When we are giving words continuously to different people and when you're not fulfilling any of them, you're actually leaving a part of you incomplete. So that's not aligned to you now. That part will start conflicting with you. Now, this conflict that happens, this conflict which is happening within you is only called as a non-integrity. When you honor all the words that you give to yourself and to others, and when you are continuously aligning each of your thought, each of your word, each of your action to this is the purpose of my life, I'm aligning to that, best integrity can manifest through you. And that is only the best integrity. And what Krishna had is this. He was completely aligned to what he wanted to be. And that's all. Whatever words he told has become reality. So there was not even a lie in it. Even if even if we call that as a lie, it just became his leela. That is the integrity. That is why he was able to manifest so many different powers also. So this is all is integrity. Integrity actually the easiest way, as I shared in my earlier videos, have Guru Bhakti to the master. Align yourself completely to how the master wants you to be. That is enough. Best things will happen for you in your life. Please just see how. Go on, take a shower. Anil Budwani. Ma, can you ask the reason why the past incident happened with us? Yes. Sure, yes, you can ask. Even to me, like you can put it in comments if it is not to do anything personal, but best is to ask in Akashic readings, because you will be able to get an answer exactly. So you can surely ask even the questions that you're having from past, why such a past incident happened. Like you've done something and in the past that is no conflicting with you for your future. What is the solution to get rid of it? You can ask. Rowan, Krishna was completely aligned with what he wanted to be. Why? What was the purpose of his life? See, one thing I want to tell clearly is we can never ever question an incarnation's whole leela, because you never understand. Even one movement of their hand has so much of sense. So I just want you to be clear with that. But with whatever understanding that I have, I can surely share my answers with you. Krishna, his whole life, he was incarnated itself to kill the whole negativity, remove that whole negative people, like all the asuras from the planet Earth, which is again and again becoming a like load on the planet Earth. Now, whatever he did was getting again and again aligned to that. The whole life you see, having like just enjoying and entangling all the gopikas in Vrindavan, enjoying their devotion, or killing Kamsa, or revealing the whole Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna, saving Draupadi, everything, each and everything had that as a context, bringing completion into all the people. So, whatever words that he uttered, if you just listen to it carefully, also, you'll simply see that in his whole life he was actually integrated to whatever he wanted to be, because there is no conflict within him. If there's a conflict, how in a war field you can fight so much? And if you're lying something, you have lots of conflict. You can never be happy. You can never be expressing and manifesting powers. But his whole life was just manifesting so many powers. If he had lied, he would have not manifested, because it was not a lie. When I'm telling lie, I'm not talking about okay whether it's factually true or not. When I'm telling lie, I'm talking about the whole thing, whether it's having a conflict with him or not. If you see in your life, if you are telling a lie, immediately there's hundreds of questions or so many thoughts, so many conflicts happening within you. And you try to cheat yourself and make yourself believe that whatever you're telling is true. But instead, if you're telling something, you're declaring something and manifesting that as a reality, then that's not a problem. But if that is not the case, then that is really a problem. That is a lie, which is going to make you go out of integrity. So, was it clear? If you're having any questions, like even if I'm explaining, if you're having questions, you can post it in the comments and I can answer it to you. So, manifesting powers needs integrity within you. Integrity is not just telling, I'll come here on time, I'll do that, I'll do this. is one level. But you having all your thoughts, your actions, everything aligned to the purpose of your life is integrity. See, for all of us, the purpose of our life is to live with Sadashiva and manifest all his powers, having that space of enlightenment, know who we are. If you even asking the purpose of why you have actually come down for, what is the purpose of your life, you can surely ask whether it is due to some karma or whether really have some purpose. Anything you can surely ask in the Akashic readings. The Balasans will actually reveal it to you. So many people ask all these questions. It'll be such an interesting thing because see, the Balasans themselves may not be knowing you, but some answers of them will be so convincing because you'll see the witnesses in your day-to-day life. They'll tell you have such thoughts, you do like this. That's because this is the purpose of your life. That is why this particular things attract you. So many such things. The answers will be so interesting. I really recommend for all of you to come and listen to the Balasans are having the Akashic readings. Now, when I'm telling about the Akashic readings, I just remembered all these different powers can manifest to all of you when the Shaktinipada, the entanglement happens to you with Swamiji. Now this Shaktinipada, this entanglement can happen to you every day just by listening to satsang. That morning time, the whole spiritual routine that all of us follow, and just listening to that satsang is the best. Our whole routine starts like this. We wake up 4:30 in the morning. We do yoga, we do panchakriya, and we take bath, we come do puja, we have kirtans. Morning, doing yoga during the Brahma Muhurta time, we prepare our whole body. Doing puja, we prepare our whole mind. Doing kirtans, again our whole system is rejuvenated and our space is ready. Then we just come and drop our bodies during the satsang. Just drink the whole nectar during the satsang. Whatever Swamiji reveals, all the truths directly get into our system. And whole day we just live that. So because of that continuously happening to us, we started having this entanglement with Swamiji, having the Shaktini Pada with him. Because of that entanglement, all the powers just started manifesting through us very easily. So the best entanglement, especially if I've already initiated, is the best to watch satsang every day. Even Swamiji recommended everyone to watch satsang every day. So it's best, whether it's live satsang or alive satsang, watch satsang, listen to it and start living those truths. You simply see what kind of future starts manifesting for you and what kind of power starts manifesting through you. Chandrajit is again asking, I'm registering for Akashic records, but I'm not getting Zoom link for it. You'll start getting it. You'll sure start getting it. Deepak Devarajan, please say about telepathy. Telepathy, that's sono power. Actually, telepathy is you being able to communicate without words, like just mind, wherever you are. I'll be able to communicate to you whatever I want to say just through the mind. Actually, but for this, we need the initiation happening to both of you. Here, there are already a group of kids who can already manifest this power. Uh, Swamiji once casually, actually, he did this intense processes. Whenever he conducts intense processes, like Sadashivam happened very recently. So there will be so many powers. There are lots of energy will be there in him, which is waiting to get manifested as different powers. So he casually called two kids and gave them this power of telepathy. Then after then, then on, like if they were so far from each other, but they were able to communicate messages. They sent a question and they wrote the answer for it in the paper. And once we verified the answers, it was exactly like as if text conversation is happening, like a messenger conversation. If you see how each question will have particular answer, like the response is exactly like that. Then they were understand they didn't have any electronic items with them. They were far apart from them. So communication of using just willpower and just communicating through the mind something called as telepathy, and that is also one of the powers that Sadashiva has described. Pranab is asking, Ma, please bless my son for living enlightenment like all the Balasans. Surely even your son can become one of the Balasans. He can also come here, be part of us, and manifest all these powers. Say, I can bless, no problem. You can get Kalabala's blessing. But really, all these things, you'll be able to see it happening when they come and live with us in Gurukul. Gurukul is the best, amazing lifestyle, I tell you. Maybe in terms of food or in terms of being up to date, in technology wise, spiritual wise, powers wise, everything, academics wise, education wise, everything is the best. So I really recommend for your son to come and join Gurukul. Be part of us, manifest all these powers. Rohan, Didi, how do we manifest our powers through entanglement with Swami? And if yes, what will happen when Swamiji is no longer here? How can that be? Swamiji is very clearly told he's there, he's going to live for hundreds of years, 125 years or something. I think I asked 125 years. So he clearly declared when is he going to be in this body. And next thing is whether he's using this body or not, his energy is going to continuously be available to all of us. When he's there in this body, he'll be available through the body, or when when he leaves the body, he'll be available through the deities. So Swamiji is always available. There's nothing that Swamiji is no longer here. Just wanted you to be clear with that one thing. And again, reading out the question, Didi, do we manifest our powers through entanglement with Swamiji? Yes. We manifest powers only because of the entanglement with Swamiji. Entanglement, Shaktini Pada, is nothing but the feeling connection that you are having with Swamiji. Only when that feeling connection is there, you will be able to manifest the powers. It's like having an umbilical cord connection. Now that connection, that entanglement can happen. Actually, I cannot just tell it as feeling connection. I should also tell it as like mirroring of those neurons happening in you. See, for example, you see all joyful people around you. With no reason, you will also start feeling joyful. You see all kind of fights happening around you. Suddenly, you feel that same agitation, even though you don't have any fights. Whatever you see, you suddenly see your brain neurons responding to it. These are possible because there's something called as mirroring of neurons going on. That is why you feel so sweet. You will feel the same space as Swamiji when you go next to him. Because that mirrors that neurons are getting mirrored into your brain. When we are manifesting all these powers, when you are getting entangled with Swamiji during satsang, it's you mirroring his brain activity. The neurons from his brain is getting mirrored into your brain. Not just the mirroring of neurons, the feeling connection. The connection also starts happening within you. So when all these things starts manifesting through you, you'll simply see the how Shaktinipada happens. And the bestest thing is, see, in each of your locality, there is a temple. Our center is there. So our temples are there. Swamiji's temples are there. Where you can come and have a two-way connection. You can attend the satsang through two-way with the thing of Nayana Diksha. See, more than you seeing the master, being seen by the master is that's an experience, that's a thing to be tasted. And that brings a lot of powers in you. So if wherever locality you are in, you can get the nearest temple, which is the nearest center which is available. Our Dhanapitam center is available, like one of our branches. And you can come there and attend the satsang through two-way, where you will be able to see Swamiji and Swamiji will also be able to see you physically. So you can attend satsang there and you'll be able to see the entanglement happening strong in you. So that's all I wanted to share about this entanglement and how the power starts manifesting through us through this entanglement. So any questions that you're having, you can post comments, live comments, and ask questions here, and I'll be able to answer it to you now. If you're posting your questions after the live session is over, don't worry, I can answer it to you even in my further videos, or even I can answer it to you in the comments. If you want your kids to join Gurukul, you're welcome for that. You can surely come and get them to join Gurukul. Until the age of 21, Gurukul was open for anyone, and you can put all your contact details, send your contact details as an inbox message to our page, and we'll be able to contact you to have your Akashi readings revealed to you. You can surely get it revealed by first register yourself into that link, and the link is available above the video. Just click that, get yourself registered, and you'll get a Zoom link soon so that you can also have your Akashic readings revealed. Wherever you are, through online, you can get it revealed. So this is all I wanted to share today. Any questions that you're having, you can ask me now. Anything it may be about Akashic readings, different powers, all these things you can post it as comments and I can answer it to you live. But the entanglement itself is actually I tell it's like an incubator, a spiritual incubator. You starting to grow in that. Once you're strong, once you're grounded into that, you'll no more be needing to sit in his physical presence or anything. But for until that starts manifesting through you, it's best for you to have that kind of ambience around you. That is why the satsang, which is going to build that ambience around you, which is going to get that entanglement to you between you and Swamiji. It will get that feeling connection that you all of us have to carry. That is the reason why this entanglement, why this whole Shakti Pada. Chandrajit is asking a question. One person was telling me, Swamiji is not Purnavatar, but I told her that he is Purnavatar because he is Sadashiva and he says with authenticity and integrity, Sarvadeva Devi Swarupa Nityananda. The embodiment of all avatars happened. I got this answer in Anandana. Awesome. See, even this is also power that's manifesting through you. So just imagine, how would you start manifesting? How would it be if you also start manifesting all these powers like the Balasins? That is what I am telling you to watch satsang every day. Every day there's live and alive satsang where you can come, you can watch it through online, or you can come here and physically have your blessings from Swamiji. Swamiji can bless you, and so many things are there where entanglement can happen and the power starts manifesting through you. So it's actually nice to hear from you that you got this answer from your Ananda Gandha. Because it is a possibility in all of us. And I tell you, after this, people starting to watch satsang, getting entangled, especially after Sadashivam, there's a huge shift in the number of people watching satsang and huge shift in number of people manifesting their powers. Such a huge breakthrough was there, even including adults was able to manifest. So that's all I wanted to tell for today. Any question that you're having, you can post it in the comments. If I'm not able to able to answer it to you now live, if if the live session is over and still you have some questions, post it in the comments. I'll be able to answer it even the next day. Like tomorrow again, when I come live, I'll be able to answer it to you. So with this, I come to the conclusion of today's session. I'll continue to share with you about all these different secrets, about all these different powers, and even give you updates of what are the different happenings that is going on here regarding all these powers, new initiations and everything. Thank you all for watching this video today. You can surely register for your Akashi reading, and even any question that you're having, you can post in the comments. And if you want your kid to join Gurukul, any questions about Gurukul you're having, also questions you can post in the comments. Contact details you can inbox us in our page, Nityananda Gurukul page. ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ तत्सत् सर्वं सद्गुरुपादुकार्पणमस्तु ॐ नित्यानन्दम्